into a cross-leg position. And I'm going to assume that there's 1 or 2 people who've never done yoga before, so I'll take you through the basics, nothing too philosophical or too difficult. We're just going to bring the hands onto the knees to begin with. And we're going to roll the shoulders to the back. And you can close the eyes. Shoulders go to the front, up, to the back and down. And as we breathe in, we bring the shoulders to the front and up. As we breathe up, we bring the shoulders to the back and down. So nice and slow movement. Just getting a bit warmer here in the shoulders. And then we're going to change direction. We're going to go to the back and front. Keep breathing slowly in through the nose and out through the nose. And that's one of those things about yoga. If you do Pilates, for example, it's a completely different breath. We're using the lateral breath in Pilates, where we're expanding the ribcage and contracting, so that intercostal breath. In yoga, we now put one hand on our chest, one on our stomach. And we want to use our entire lung apparatus, so especially that larger part of the lungs, which is the lower. And we breathe in nice and slowly, feel your chest rise and also feel your stomach rise. And then breathe out and feel the chest and stomach fall. Inhale nice and slowly through the nose. And exhale through the nose. And every time we inhale, we want to feel our stomach rise, so that we know we're activating not just the larger part of the lungs, but also our parasympathetic nervous system by way of the vagus nerve. That means we're calming our body through the production of happy hormones, and we get rid of all the stress hormones. So one other tip, we can smile, and that sends our brain into activity that's typical of happiness. Just little neural passageways that are working when we're happy, just activate when we're smiling. Voluntary action sparks the involuntary system. We'll keep the hands on the chest for a little bit longer and just follow that breath. Close the eyes if you like. And notice if the in-breath is longer or if the out-breath is longer. And just one more deep breath in. And on the exhale, release the hands back down onto the knees. We're going to drop our right ear to the right shoulder, nice and gently, staying in one straight line here, so not tipping the head back or forwards. Just ear to shoulder, and the shoulders relax down. From here, on an exhale, we're going to roll the chin towards the chest. And we're going to bring the hands behind us, so we can interlock the hands and try to push the elbows towards each other. It's quite a deep stretch here. Squeeze your shoulder blades, and on an inhale, raise the head to the ceiling. And then raise the arms. Good. We're going to float the arms down from here and look back to center. Hands back onto the knees while we do the other side. Deep breath in. Exhale, drop your left ear to the left shoulder. And keep the shoulders nice and relaxed. Even though that ear wants to reach for the shoulder slides down. Take a deep breath in here, and exhale, roll the chin to the chest. And one more time, interlock the hands behind you, squeeze the shoulder blades, push the elbows towards each other, and then raise the head nice and slowly. Look up to the ceiling, breathe in, raise the arms, and breathe out, bring the hands to your heart center. Good. From here, hands onto the shoulders. We'll do the same shoulder rolls, but we're going to let the elbows guide the way. Inhale as you go up, and exhale as you go down. And get to know your own breath. So if I'm a little bit too slow for you, or if I'm too fast, then just slow down that movement or speed it up a little bit. Just be aware of the breath guiding the movement. So we'll do a mixture of Hatha Yoga and Vinyasa Yoga today. Hatha Yoga, or Hatha as it's called in the UK, is basically an umbrella term for any kind of yoga that you will have heard of. Almost every kind of yoga, I would say. Everything else is just interpretations. Vinyasa is generally something where we're flowing through different poses. In Hatha or Hatha Yoga, we're being static in asanas or in whole postures that we've hold for a long time. But the most important thing is that breath. And that's why we're starting with it as well. Always making sure that whether we're standing in a posture or whether we're moving through postures, we're aware of the breath and the breath is guiding us, guiding the way to the next posture, and we're always aware. Yeah, now slowly from here, bring the arms to the sides, open the palms to the ceiling, squeeze the shoulder blades and bring the hands to the back. Good. From here, take a deep breath in and exhale, go over to the right, twisting gently. Inhale at the back and exhale, come back to center. Deep breath in and exhale, go the other way. Inhale at the back and exhale back to center. The arms are getting a little bit warm. We inhale, raise the arms, and we exhale and bring the hands to the heart center. Now we're going to change position. Same cross-legged, but the outer foot comes in towards us. Now from here, we're going to bring our left shoulder down towards the right knee, drop the head, and round the back as you come back up. Right shoulder to the left knee, and we drop down and come up. Same thing. Left shoulder to right knee, and we drop down and come up. Right shoulder to left knee, and come back up. Good. We inhale and raise the arms. We exhale and float the arms down. Fingertips onto the ground. Reach to the left and reach to the right. Left, just a couple more times. And now we'll go a little bit deeper. Reach that whole hand to the left. Bring the right arm over. And then look up to the ceiling. Stretch into the side body. Deep breath in. Exhale and come back. Same on the other side. Reach as far as you can. Raise that left arm and take it over. Look up to the ceiling. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, come back. And then bring the hands to your front and come onto all fours. So in yoga, this is called bharmanasana, tabletop pose, knees underneath the hips and hands underneath the shoulders. And make sure we spread the fingers wide because we're going to do a few things on those hands. So we want to make sure we don't just use the heel of the hands, every part of the hands is engaged. Inhale, arch your back and look to the front or up. Exhale, round your back and drop the head. Inhale and arch, and exhale around. You can close the eyes here if you want, just being inside your own body and listening to that breath guiding the way. Just as before, the breath is more important, the posture adjusts. Good. You can go off piste a little bit here with the eyes closed, no one's watching anyway. We're going to shift the hips from side to side, maybe to the back, maybe all the way to the back with the arms stretching to the front. We can round up and drop the hips to the front. So all of this is just optional. See what your body likes. So all our bodies are different. We've done different things today, even though we've probably all sat at a desk for too long. So just see how your body feels and what movement is good for you. No right, no wrong. And then we come back into tabletop. We open the eyes again. And we're going to start raising the right leg. Now try and bring that foot as high as you can. Arch your back and look up. And imagine your foot touching your head. Deep breath in. Exhale. Bring the knee down towards your dropped head. Stay here for a moment. On the next inhale, arch your back. Raise that foot towards the head. And exhale around, knee towards dropped head. One more time. Inhale and arch. And exhale around. Good. Now send that leg to the back. All the way to the back. And imagine someone pulling at your foot. Good. Now reach that left arm to the front. We can look to the front or we can look down. Just make sure your neck muscles are relaxed here. And stay here, or if you've done yoga before, or if you just feel very balanced right now, grab hold of your back foot and then raise that knee high and look to the left and then towards your back foot. This is obviously a little bit deeper, it goes into your lumbar spine a bit more. You're fine to just stay here in balance. Good. We'll take a deep breath in. On the exhale, release and bring that foot in between the hands. Good. Now push your hips to the back. Straightening that right leg. Probably doesn't want to straighten all the way. That's absolutely fine. Stay where you are comfortable, and then drop your torso and drop the head. And from here, inhale and raise the right arm, look up to the ceiling. If you feel a little bit wobbly, that left hand can always come a little bit further to the left. And again, if you need to bend that right leg, that's absolutely fine. Take a deep breath in, and on the exhale, reach that arm over to the back, look to the back, palm opens to the ceiling. Inhale here, and exhale, bring that arm over to the front, look to the front, all with a bent leg as well. Deep breath in, exhale, bring that hand down, and step that right leg back. So knees are still in line with each other, underneath the hips, and we're going to do the other side. Inhale, raise the left leg, arch your back, look up. Stay up here, strong shoulders, trying not to sink into the shoulders, and keep the arms nice and strong. On an exhale, round your back, drop the head. And on the next inhale, arch your back and look up. Exhale, round your back, knee towards dropped head. And inhale, arch your back, look up. Last time, exhale, round your back, drop the head. And then send that left leg to the back, straighten it, push that foot towards the back of the room. And when you're ready, reach the right arm to the front. And we'll stay here, balancing tabletop or dandasana. Just a mouthful, we're sticking with that English name for the moment. Now you can grab hold of your back foot as well. Raise that knee as high as you can. And looking to the right, look towards your back foot here. Again, wherever you're comfortable, there's no right or wrong. It's just what feels right for our body today. Deep breath in and exhale, release. And step that left foot in between the hands. If you're landing somewhere here, help yourself out. The left hand is there to help you. Good. And then we push our hips to the back, straightening that left leg as much as is comfortable, dropping as low as we can. If you're looking something like that, that's absolutely fine. On the next inhale, raise the left arm, look up to the ceiling. And deep breaths. Maybe some of you are lucky enough to also smell a nice Christmas tree. Deep breath in. On the exhale, bring that arm to the back and open the palm to the ceiling. Good. Now take a deep breath in here. Exhale, bring that arm over to the front. Look to the front. And then release that hand and bring your leg towards the back. Knees firmly on the ground. Inhale, arch your back and look up. Exhale, round your back, drop the head. Look towards your knees, tuck the toes under, raise the knees off the ground, just above the ground here. And stay for a few moments. Breathing deeply. On the next inhale, arch your back and look up. If it gets too much, bring the knees onto the ground. Exhale, round your back, drop the head, and then push your hips up and start walking the heels into the mat. Now we want to make sure that we're still activating all of the hands here. The fingertips just as much as the heel of the hands. We're going to walk the heels into the mat, not worrying too much about those straight legs. If we're looking like this and the heels are off the ground and we're bending the legs, that's fine. But we're going to push our shoulders to the back now. Nice and straight up and back. Good. And we're lengthening the upper body as much as we can. On the next inhale, raise your right leg as high as you can. Point your toes. And then we're going to roll our foot. Going in one direction. So drawing a circle with the toes here, going into the ankle. And then we'll go the other way. Clockwise and anti-clockwise. Now flex your foot. And drop your foot towards your buttocks. Keep that knee as high as you can. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, step the foot in between the hands. Sink the hips down. And if you're getting a little bit tired, that back knee can come down into the ground. We inhale and raise the right arm and look up to the ceiling. So similar to what we did before, just the legs are a little bit different. So we look up, we take a deep breath in. On the exhale, drop that right arm behind you. Look to the back. The top of the hand can be somewhere on your left waist. And we're pushing that right shoulder to the back. Very good. And we inhale and raise the arm. We exhale and bring that arm over to the front and all the way down to the ground. Sink the hips down and look to the front. And then we're going to bring the hands onto the knees and straighten the torso. So this is one option. If it's too much, bring that back knee to the ground. And if you want more, raise the arms and look up to the ceiling. And you decide where you'd like to be. But always make sure you're still aware of your breath. In through the nose and out through the nose. Making sure we feel that breath in our lower belly. Good. We'll take a last deep breath in here. On the exhale, bring the hands down and push the hips up. Step that right leg back. Drop your head. Right. For those who know yoga and do a lot of yoga, this is always referred to as downward dog. I learned downward dog to be somewhere around here, which we don't have to do right now. So a deeper version of this. And I learned this from my Indian father as parvatasana, which means mountain pose. So staying here nice and easy, and on the next inhale, raise the left leg and point your toes. Good. Now roll that foot. Draw a circle with your toes. And then change direction. And then flex your foot and drop the foot behind you. Knee stays high and feel that hip open up. Take a deep breath in, and on the exhale, step your foot in between the hands. Sink the hips down. Decide whether you want that back knee on the ground. And then inhale, raise the left arm. Good. And we're going to try and go for distance between those hands, making sure that we've got a strong right shoulder here and that we don't sink into that shoulder. On an exhale, drop that arm behind you. Look to the back. Keep sinking the hips down. Push that left shoulder back. Deep breath in. Raise that left arm. And exhale, bring the arm over to the front and all the way down. Now, hips sink down. We want the hips aligned, no longer opening here. And then the hands come to the knees. By straightening the torso. We can stay here. We can bring that back knee to the ground and just relax the right leg. Or we can raise the arms and move that right knee off the ground. We decide, and we make sure that wherever we are, we're comfortable enough to still breathe evenly and deeply. Good. Deep breath in all the way into the lower belly. Exhale, bring the hands down and step back. And walk it out. Deep breaths. Good. Now from here, walk your feet forward. Come onto the toes. You can bend your legs if you need to. All the way to the front of the mat. And then here, we're going to give our hands a shake. We're going to bring the hands to our elbows. And just drop the head and drop the torso. And gently rock our torso from side to side. Just letting ourselves hang here, just like a ragdoll. And now from here, hands to the shins. And gently push into the shins, straightening the arms and straightening the torso. Imagine balancing lots of glasses of champagne on your back. Now shift your weight into the toes a little bit. So we don't want to push the hips to the back. We want to feel our toes quite active here. Look to the ground. Inhale, bring the arms to the sides. Squeeze your shoulder blades. And then on the next inhale, raise the arms. Raise the torso. Come to standing. Look up to the ceiling. And exhale, bring the hands to your heart center. And we'll start with a very slow form of Surya Namaskar or the sun salutation, which is a set of about 12 different postures, all linked with the breath. I'll talk you through it. Take a deep breath in and raise the arms, look up. Exhale, bring the hands to the heart center, come halfway down and then all the way down into this forward fold we had just now. Hands next to the feet. Most of us might have to bend our legs here, that's fine. Good, now from here, inhale and step the right leg to the back. And as we exhale, we sink our hips down. Good, and I'm saying about 12 postures because there's many different versions of Surya Namaskar. We'll do a nice and slow one with lots of embellishment. Now inhale, raise that left arm just as we did before. Exhale, drop the arm behind you. Now you've got that option of staying here. If you want to go a little bit further, bring that back knee to the ground and bend the legs so that you can hold your foot And twist a little bit deeper, pushing that left knee out to the side, maybe even coming onto the outer edge of that left foot. This is obviously quite deep. You're perfectly welcome to stay here. Good. And we're going to release nice and slowly and bring that left hand back down onto the ground. Toes tuck back under and that right leg straightens. We stay low in the hips and just slide that left leg back into a plank. And we take a few deep breaths here. If this is too much for us, we just bring the knees to the ground, but we try and keep the hips high. So there's a little bit of strength here required from our core. Deep breath in. On the exhale, bring the knees to the ground, push the hips to the back. So we're going into a little arch. And now the crooks of the arms come to the front, and we're going to bring the elbows in towards us. There should be no space in between our upper body and the upper arms as we gently bring the chest and the chin down to the ground. Toes are still tucked under and on the ground. For all of those who find this a little bit hard, we're going to just come down onto the front of our body, hands next to the chest, toes tuck under, and the hips go up. And a few deep breaths here. On the next inhale, drop your hips and raise the chest. Just the chest, you should feel your ribcage still in touch with the ground. Now raise the hands off the ground, squeeze the shoulder blades, elbows towards each other. Fingertips back onto the ground, raise the legs. We're going to try and keep the legs straight, so don't bend in any way. Feet together, legs together, feet pointing towards the back. Slowly release and then push into the whole hand and inhale, raise the torso even higher. Keep bending the arms here so you're still working your tricep. Look to the front or even up. And the legs are relaxing, they have to do nothing right now. Deep breath in, exhale, push the hips to the back. This is child's pose, just a little relaxation here before we go on. And then slowly rise onto all fours and from here back into that mountain-like pose or downward dog if you're more familiar with that way. The head is dropped, we're nice and relaxed here, gently pushing our chest and our shoulders away from our hands. Inhale and raise the right leg, just as we've done before. Exhale, flex the foot and drop the foot towards your buttocks. Take a deep breath in here. And then exhale, look to the hands, step your foot in between the hands, bring your left heel to the ground, and inhale, raise your arms and torso, and look up to the ceiling. This one is called Virabhadrasana. In English, warrior one, Vir is actually the hero, and Bhadra means gracious, fair, so it doesn't have to be a fighting warrior, but we're quite strong here. Back foot firmly on the ground. Our hips are aligned, so that right hip is pushing back, the left hip is pushing forwards. And we can have the palms together or apart, as long as the arms are straight and we're relaxing our shoulders. Good. We'll take a deep breath in. On the exhale, we bring the hands to the ground and we step forward, dropping the head. Then we can bring the hands to the calves and pull ourselves a little bit closer. And our idea is always to bring that lower belly closer to the thighs rather than bringing the head as close to the legs as we can. From here, inhale, raise the arms to the sides, come halfway up and all the way up to standing. Very good. Smile at the ceiling. And on an exhale, bring the hands to your heart center. That was one round, very embellished. So not the traditional way of doing it, but we'll do the same on the other side. Take a deep breath in and raise the arms, look up. Exhale and fold forwards, just through the midline here, the chest guiding away. Drop the head, hands next to the feet. And we inhale and step the left leg to the back. Now the hands next to the feet means that we've got that perfect alignment. If they're further forwards, we'll have that heel off the ground and the right knee further forwards. But we want to make sure we're relaxing and protecting our knee. Now inhale and raise the right arm, look up to the ceiling. We can exhale and drop the arm behind us, look to the back, and we can stay here or in any of those variations, or we can grab hold of our back foot here and twist a little deeper. Push that right knee out to the side, come onto the lateral edge of the right foot. Good. And keep that left shoulder strong, no matter where you are. Very good. Be aware of our breath as we're holding here. Good. And then slowly release. Coming back to where we were into that low lunge. Left leg off the ground. Hips nice and low. Deep breath in. And on the exhale, we send that right leg to the back into a plank. Again, we've got the option of just releasing the knees to the ground here. Now we want to make sure we don't drop the hips at all. You can tuck your tailbone under, just feeling your core strength here. We'll take a deep breath in. On the exhale, knees come to the ground, hips push to the back, and that chest and chin drop down. Again, if this is too much, we can just come down into the front of our body and gently raise the hips off the ground. A couple of breaths here. Good. Exhale slowly, and on the next inhale, drop your hips, raise the chest and raise the legs. Interlock the hands behind you, squeeze the shoulder blades, and raise the legs and torso as high as you can. And don't take me as how it should be looking. Unfortunately, we've just got me right now. But if you're somewhere around here, that's absolutely fine. You just want to open up the chest, squeezing the shoulder blades, doing the opposite of what we do when we sit at a desk all day. And feel that tiny little pinch in your lumbar spine. Slowly release on an exhale. Hands come next to the chest. And we inhale and push our chest up. Making sure that our pubic bone is still in touch with the ground, even though the lower belly can now be off the ground. Don't straighten the arms all the way, bring the elbows in towards you. Look up to the ceiling, take a deep breath in, and on the exhale, push the hips to the back into Balasana Child. Then slowly come up onto all fours, tuck the toes under, push the hips up into parvatasana or down dog. On the next inhale, raise the left leg. Exhale, flex the foot and drop the foot towards your buttocks. Keep your shoulders strong, take a deep breath in. And exhale, step the foot in between the hands. For everyone who lands around here, again, you've got that left hand to help yourself out. Good. And once that foot is in between the hands, bring your right heel to the ground and then rise. Good. And if you're looking something like that, then you're probably more open. That back foot needs to come a little bit further forward so that you can push your right hip forward. Rise into warrior one. Deep breaths, shoulders relaxed, arms nice and strong. Deep breath in. Exhale and bring the hands down. Step your right foot forwards. Drop into your forward fold. And hug the legs in towards you. If that messes with your balance a little bit, the hands can stay on the ground. Very good. Now from here, inhale, rise to standing with a straight back, just as we've done before. And exhale, bring the hands to the heart center. Breathe in, raise the arms, look up. Breathe out, fold forward. Good. Now we're going to do another inhale into this halfway lift where we're straightening the arms and torso. We exhale and fold forwards again. Hands next to the feet. Drop your head. Bend the legs a little bit if you need to. And inhale, step the right leg back. Exhale, step the left leg back. Take a deep breath in and exhale, bring the knees, chest and chin to the ground. Inhale, drop the hips, raise the chest. We're coming as low or high as we like. Now exhale, tuck the toes under, push the hips up, leaving child's pose away. Inhale, raise the right leg. Exhale, step the foot in between the hands. Now slight change here, sink the hips down, back heel off the ground. Where we were before, raise the arms and torso. If you find you're a bit wobbly, that back knee can come back to the ground. So this is ashwa sanchalanasana. That means a galloping horse or horse in movement. Often translated as the crescent pose or crescent moon. Take a deep breath in, and on the exhale, hands come to the heart center. We're going to step that back foot forwards until we're safe enough to have all the weight in that right leg. Raise the left leg, drop your torso, but keep your shoulders strong and a straight line here in your body. And this is warrior 3. Good, and we breathe in and come all the way up to standing. Foot to the ground, arms up. Breathe out, bring the hands to your heart center. Inhale, raise the arms, look up. Exhale and fold forwards. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to the shins. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, step the left leg back. Exhale, step the right leg back. Hips stay low, so we land in the plank. Take a deep breath in here, and then exhale, bring the knees, chest, and chin to the ground. Inhale, drop the hips, raise the chest. Exhale, tap the toes under, push the hips up. Inhale, raise the left leg. Exhale, step the foot in between the hands. Inhale, rise to standing. Good. Take a couple of breaths here. Make sure you're comfortable. Back knee can be on the ground. On an exhale, bring the hands to the heart center and step into warrior 3. And expect one side to be a little bit more secure and safe than the other. That's fine. Now inhale, come to standing. And exhale, bring the hands to your heart center. Good. We take a deep breath in and raise the arms. Now push the hips forwards, come into a little back bend. Exhale and fold forwards. Inhale, step the right leg back. Exhale, step the left leg back. Now hold your breath as you bring the knees, chest, and chin to the ground. And take a deep breath in as you drop the hips and raise the chest. Exhale, push the hips up. Inhale, step the right foot forward. Exhale, step the left foot forward. Inhale, rise to standing. Exhale, bring the hands to your heart center. Other side, deep breath in, raise the arms. Breathe out, fold forwards. Inhale, step the left leg back. Exhale, step the right leg back. Hold your breath, bring the knees, chest, and chin to the ground. Inhale, drop the hips, raise the chest. Exhale, tap the toes under, push the hips up. On an inhale, step the left foot in between the hands. Exhale, step the right foot forward. Inhale, rise to standing. And exhale, bring the hands to your heart center. Very good. Now we're going to make sure the feet are together. We're going to close the eyes. Good. And just observe your breath. Has it changed in any way? Are we aware of it? Can we feel our heartbeat here against our thumbs? And are we still smiling? This is easy when I can see people in front of me and they're smiling. They're like, oh yeah, I'm doing it. Right, I hope we're all smiling. We're going to open the eyes and we're going to bring our left foot towards our right inner thigh. Now, if this is a little bit too much and you want to go lower, go to your lower leg rather than to the knee because we don't want to hurt our patella. So find that connection here, strong connection, push into that leg. Now we're going to raise the arms. I'm going to bring the hands to the heart center. That's a little bit better for our posture. Or if we are working at a desk all day, then this might not be as comfortable as here. Now squeeze your shoulder blades. And just breathe. Gently push that left knee to the back rather than trying to make it come forward. We feel our hip open up here. Good. And then start noticing how your supporting foot is doing so much work. So this is called the tree pose. And I feel it really is. It's a nice meditative pose as well, but there's so much going on here. So our whole foot is working for us, the whole leg. There's so much going on. We're getting warmer. We're nice and strong and very grounded. Now raise the arms and bring your torso over to the right, nice and slowly. We don't lose our balance. We'll take a deep breath in. On the exhale, we release and we shake off the legs. Good. Right foot towards the left lower leg or in the thigh. You decide where. Gently push that knee out to the back. Raise the arms and then bring the hands to the heart center. Shoulders roll to the back and we're just as proud of our upper body as we are of the legs. We're strong trees. Good. Breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. Good. Now raise the arms. Without any rush, take your torso gently over to the left. Stretching into the lats here and testing our balance a little bit more. Keep pushing that knee towards the back. Take a deep breath in and exhale, release and shake off. Pull the arms, shake off the legs, well done. Good. And from here, a little bit more balance. We're coming into a simple quad stretch. Grab hold of your left foot and bring your knees in line with each other. Raise your right arm. This is called sanchalanasana, which translates as the balancing pose. Now we're going to try. I can't see you, so I'm going to just rely on you knowing what's best for you. We're going to try and close the eyes. So if you feel quite stable here, close the eyes. It's going to mess with your balance, but you might just be able to hold your balance as well. Good. Now open the eyes and bring that knee in towards you. Left hand stays high. Right hand comes down to the foot and pushes the foot towards the back of the leg. We're coming down from here, making sure we stay straight in our spine. Good. From here we release and fold forwards. Drop your head. On the next inhale, arms guide the way up, chest guides the way up to standing. And we exhale and bring the hands to the heart center. We'll grab hold of our right foot and raise the left arm into santulanasana. And we'll see if we're a bit more balanced here or if it's a bit harder to balance already. And based on that, we'll decide if we'd like to try and close the eyes. Very good. We'll open the eyes again and bring that knee in towards the chest. Good. And then slide that left hand down and slowly drop down. So we're keeping our back nice and straight from the side. We try not to round. We're keeping that foot in towards us. So nice and straight. Now we release into a forward fold. Drop your head. And this time, interlock the hands behind you. And drop the arms and hands as low as you can. Don't worry if it looks nothing like what I'm doing right now. I do too much yoga and spend too little time with that. Yeah, now from here, arms to the front, drop your hips and raise the arms to the ceiling. And sink down into your legs. Now shift your weight into the back. Gently tuck the tailbone under. And raise the torso. Now raise the toes off the ground here, just to make sure you're not using them to support your weight right now. Take a deep breath in and on the exhale, arms to the back. Rise up onto your toes. Good. And from here, back to standing. And bring the hands to your heart center. Back to the front of the mat. We're going to inhale and raise the arms. We'll exhale and fold forwards. Good. Now hands next to the chest, to the feet. And we're going to try and jump into a plank. Now this is completely optional. You can just step back into a plank as we've done before. If you want to jump, bend the legs a little bit. Trust your feet and take yourself into a plank. Very good. Now from here, left knee to the ground, left foot out to the side and into a side plank. If you want a little bit more, stay in your full plank, come onto the lateral edge of the left foot and rise here. Wherever you are, take that right arm over to the front. And then look down to the ground and reach your right hand towards the ground. And we're going to lower back into our plank. Other side exactly like that, right knee to the ground, foot out to the side, or we'll just open up the way we are, raising the left arm. And when we're ready, on an exhale, take that arm over to the front, push the hips as high as you can, and then look down and reach that left hand down. And on an exhale, come back into your plank, and then push your hips up, back into parvatasana, mountain pose, downward dog. Now inhale, raise the right leg. And then look to your hands, and on an exhale, let the knee come forwards and drop the knee in between your hands. Maybe that knee is a little bit further to your right here, and the foot is coming further to the left. So we're going to try and go into our hip here. We want to make sure that we can push that left hip down still. So see where your foot needs to be. We stay straight to begin with, hands on the hips or hands on the ground. We're going to try not to come forwards yet. So roll the shoulders to the back. And then we're going to raise one arm or both arms. And only for those who are super flexible, maybe do a lot of yoga in their free time. Bend your back leg, grab hold of it. So left foot, left arm, pull it in towards you. And then bring the top of the hand in between your shoulder blades. Drop that right arm as well and hold on. So this is obviously advanced. If you're thinking it's never possible, stay here. Maybe with one hand on the ground so that you know your hips are stable. Now deep breath in. Exhale, bring the hands down. And just come onto the mat. Just relaxing here, resting forehead on the forearms. Or if you prefer, just reaching the arms to the front, whatever works for you. Then let the hips soften your whole body. Feel that breath in your lower belly. And we'll go a little bit further here. I know the hips are starting to feel a little bit like they're on fire. Reach that left arm over to the right and drop the head back down. Now you can drop the head to the right, or you can take the head to the left. This is obviously much deeper. If it's uncomfortable, keep looking to the right. Now raise that right arm and drop the hand behind you. The top of the hand rests on your left waist. Maybe you can even hold on to your right foot here. See what's possible and don't force anything. Deep breaths, and hopefully you feel that movement in your lower back and the way that that arm is on there. So there's a lot going on. The hips are still relaxing and softening. Release that right hand, push yourself up, release that left arm. Good. Now from here, our right leg needs a little stretch. We're going to tap the toes under and step into parvatasana. We're going to give our leg a little shake. Maybe we open and close the hip here. We'll just do a little circle. Just see what's comfortable and what your leg needs. And maybe you just need to walk it out on the mat here. And we'll come back into our inverted V shape. Inhale and raise the left leg. And then lift the hands and send the knee in between the hands. Now left knee further to the left hand, left foot further to the right. Again, if this is too much, you'll feel yourself open up, and that's what we don't want. We want to push that right hip down. So based on where that is possible, we're adjusting where the knee and foot is. Hands on the hips, roll the shoulders to the back. If you're more comfortable with the hands on the ground, that's fine as well. Hands on the hips will give you that feeling of that hip alignment as well. And You can raise the arms and look up. You might be more comfortable keeping one hand on the ground, that's fine. If you want to try bending that right leg, grabbing hold of the foot, pulling, so you're adding a quad stretch here, and maybe using the crook of the arm so that the top of the right hand can come in between the shoulder blades. You can raise that left hand and drop it behind you. Now I'm saying all levels, this is obviously advanced, but just maybe something to try for those amongst you who are very flexible or who are advanced yogis. And wherever we are, we release and bring the hands onto the ground. We're going to bring ourselves onto the front of our body, onto the mat. Drop your forehead wherever it's comfortable. And keep that right hip heavy. Even if the left hip rises a little bit, that's fine. Good. And a little bit further now, right arm goes over to the left. We turn our head to the left. Bring it down onto the ground, and we turn it to the right. Seeing what's most comfortable, raise your left arm, then drop the hand behind you, just resting it wherever you're comfortable. Here I can grab hold of the foot, maybe you can as well, but really that's not a gimmick, it's supposed to help you push that left shoulder back, opening up a little bit more. Again, we release, left hand comes back onto the ground, and we're pushing ourselves up. Hands come back onto the ground, we tuck our back toes under, and we step back. Walk it out, shake it off, do whatever you need to do, whatever feels right. And from here, slowly walk your hands to the feet. And then drop your hips. We're going to try and keep the heels firmly on the ground. Now, I'm not going to lie, this is going to be hard for most of us. Push your hips down, keep the heels on the ground. Good. Don't let the heels rise. Come as low as you can and hold wherever you can. Keep the heels on the ground. Very good. No matter where that is, stay for a few deep breaths. And keep the hands on the ground if you need to, or reach the arms to the front or up. And then take a deep breath in. On the exhale, come onto your back and hug the knees in towards you. We'll rock from side to side. Our part is over. And just breathe into your body. Feel that rise and fall of your stomach. Good. Now from here, let go of that left leg and stretch it out on the mat. Right knee stays close towards the chest. We look to the right and we take a deep breath in. And on the exhale, we use the left hand to push that knee over to the right. To the left. Coming into a gentle twist here. That right arm can reach over, or you can, depending on how much space you have, also open it up here towards the ceiling. Just make sure the right shoulder is relaxed down on the ground. If it's risen, then just take it back. Even if that knee rises, that's okay. And then breathe into your side body here, into the hip. Probably feel the stretch down the side of the leg as well. Try and find that breath in your lower back as well. That's how powerful and big our lungs are. It's not just the front of the body here, our chest, rib cage, stomach. We'll be able to feel that breath and that little bit of movement in the lower back as well. And keep that shoulder grounded and relaxed. Take a deep breath in. On the exhale, come onto your back again. And take that knee in towards you again. Now right arm comes on the inside of the right leg and we'll try and grab hold of our foot. We're flexing the foot and raising it. If you can't quite reach for the foot, grab hold of your shin or ankle and rise from here. What we want is a nice low knee that pushes towards the armpit and a flexed foot that reaches for the ceiling. This is a half happy baby pose. Happy baby in Sanskrit is Anand-balasana. Balasana is the child's pose that we did before. And Anand means blissful, actually. There's a positive neurotransmitter that's called anandamide, so a happy hormone. And it's named after that. Not after the pose, obviously, but after the Sanskrit. We'll take a deep breath in here. On the exhale, we slowly release and send that head away. We might want to give it a little shake, or maybe we're comfortable just the way we are. Now hug the left knee in towards you. Really close in towards the chest. Take a deep breath in, and on the exhale, bring that knee over to the right. Right hand helps out. See how far it goes. It doesn't have to touch the ground. It can be super high. We turn the head to the left. And we reach that left arm to the left. Or up. But either way, we make sure that that left shoulder stays firmly on the ground. And deep breaths where we're twisting our spine. We're stretching our side body. Feel your rib cage, your waist. Deep breath in and exhale as you come onto your back. We take that knee back in towards us. This time the left arm comes on the inside of the leg. We hold on wherever it's comfortable for us. And we flex the foot and push it up. And let that knee push down towards the armpit. Right hand is idle for a little bit longer. And then we're going to slide that right foot in towards us and come into a full happy baby stretch, bringing the right hand onto the right foot and pushing down. Now, if this is too much, you'll likely notice this by your buttocks rising or by the head rising off the ground. We don't want any of that. We want to feel our whole back and the back of the head firmly on the ground. So you can release a little bit of that tension by just holding on underneath the knees rather than so high up. See how you feel and then close the eyes. No matter which variation of happy baby you're doing, you'll feel that nice openness in your upper body. Now, COVID secure because we're all at home. We can take a deep breath all the way in and exhale through the mouth. We'll do that again. Deep breath in through the nose. Out through the mouth. And one more time. In through the nose, out through the mouth. And then slowly release the feet. Hug the knees in towards you and rock from side to side. And then keep the feet together and push the knees away from you and start drawing a circle here. Taking the knees in and to the sides, out and down. And go the other way. And we have the knees back in towards us. And then relax into Shavasana, corpse pose, where we're really just stretching the arms and legs away from us, toes can turn out to the sides, completely relaxed, arms open to the ceiling. And notice that space in our body as we breathe in aloud. Relax your shoulders, shoulder blades. The arms and hands get heavy. Feel the chest and stomach and your rib cage rise and fall. As you exhale and the upper body collapses into itself, start noticing how your back can relax. Feel the back of the head firmly on the ground. Relax your forehead and eyebrows, your jaw and your tongue. Take a deep breath all the way into the lower abdomen. And exhale down into the legs, softening the legs and letting them get heavy. Soften the hips, your buttocks, hamstrings, calves and shins. Feel the heels firmly on the ground. Relax all the way into the toes, all the way into the fingertips. And slowly start moving your fingers and your toes. The wrists and the ankles. Then raise the arms, stretch out, and slide the feet in towards you. Go into the right side of the body. And slowly up to seated. Just cross the legs in front of you. Roll the shoulders to the back. Drop your head from side to side, letting the ear get heavy. Couple of times. And then look to the right, and look to the left. And we'll finish with a little bit of pranayama. A deep breath in and hum out. Then inhale, raise the arms and raise the head. Exhale and bring the hands to the heart center.